Coming up, the waiting is over. The Devils with a comeback win on the road to wrap up 2025.
Welcome to the Devil's Island Podcast, broadcasting from the east end of Long Island. Whether you're in New Jersey or somewhere around the world, as a Devils fan, you may feel like a castaway. Well, Devils fanatics, join us, because you can always feel at home here on Devil's Island. And now, here is your host, Chris Suswal.
Hey, fellow castaways, you're on Devil's Island. And if you enjoy your stay, please like, share, and subscribe to stay in the mix. And please email devilsislandpodcast@gmail.com to get in on our mailbag episode. Subject, mailbag. The Devils on the road, down 2-0, have a huge comeback victory, winning 3-2 in Columbus. And what a win it was. After a couple tough losses, a 4-3 overtime loss where Jesper Bratt started getting going with 2 goals. You thought maybe the Devils were going to continue that offensive spurt. On Long Island, they lost 2-1, giving up a goal with less than 2 minutes left. But this time, the Devils had the dramatic end that we needed and that we've been waiting for. This Devils team needed a win, and it was a perfect third period performance and execution. Let's get to it. After heading up to Toronto and getting basically blown out of the building, despite all the offensive chances, the Devils lost 4-0 in Toronto against Sheldon Keefe's old team. And they come out to Columbus, and this gets billed as a game where the Devils might see some fights. It might get chippy. The Devils, last time they played Columbus at the Rock, it was penalty after penalty. Brendan Dillon was celebrating his 1,000th game and gets pummeled to the ice, leaves the game, comes back. Late in the third, the Devils made it a 1-goal game with 8 minutes left in that one, but Miles Wood scores for Columbus, and they put it away. And it was fight after fight that night. Penalties galore, a game misconduct with Siegenthaler. And this time, the Devils did have one fight. We saw Cody Glass get into it in the third period, and we saw some hitting. The Devils with Brendan Dillon stepping up. We also saw Timo Meier get a nice shot in there. So the Devils were not just taking penalties for no reason. Dougie Hamilton did have a couple penalties in the game, but the Devils were 3 for 3 on the penalty kill, and they scored a power play goal. In the first period, the Devils let up the first goal. It was just a pass out in front, and Marchment got the goal. And you thought, well, the Devils let up a goal to start the game a lot. We got to stay in this, got to keep it close. But in the second period, the puck comes in front, and Coyle gets a goal after White gets pushed into Jake Allen, the goaltender, chips it over Allen, and it's 2-0. And at that point, it really wasn't looking good. Everyone on the broadcast team was just trying to get the Devils to stick to the game plan, chipping the puck out when they needed to, and playing sound defensively. But in the third, they came out strong. And what happened? They scored 3 goals unanswered in less than 2 minutes. The first one gets going with the Devils finally getting a power play. Luke Hughes basically flutters one in front. It goes off Heischer, and we're off to the races. Soon after that, Gritzuk comes down on a nice feed from Meier, pots one, and the next thing you know, we're tied 2-2, and it's a hockey game again. And only moments later, Luke Hughes comes down again, this time gets the puck right in the slot and roofs one. And it was celebration time. But there was plenty of time left on the clock. There was still about 10 minutes left in the third period, and the Devils had to buckle down. They only had a couple chances here and there, but they did take a penalty late with Brendan Dillon going to the box after the Cody Glass fight, and the Devils killed it off. no shots on goal, and Jake Allen stood tall when he needed to. And this win hopefully can propel the Devils further. As you look at the standings, every point is so crucial, and getting 2 on the road hopefully will go a long way. You look at the upcoming schedule, and the Devils are now back home to play Utah on Saturday. They had just beaten the Mammoth on the road, and that win we were hoping would maybe have the Devils go on some kind of heater, but they're going to play them again, and they're going to need to save some energy, because right after that, Carolina, dominating in first place in the Metro, comes in 7 p.m. game on Sunday at the Rock, and it should be a raucous atmosphere. The Devils and their fans do not forget where the Carolina Hurricanes are in the standings and what has happened the last couple times. The Devils made the playoffs and they were bounced by Carolina. So, fellow castaways, until next time, keep your fire burning. Let's go Devils.